hoping it rips.
Yeah, I think you might have killed an alternator there, bud.
This weekend's adventures are starting at Etown. We are here for a private test day with a few other pro and pro spec drivers, and I'm really excited to drive the pro car on the stadium track for the very first time ahead of the upcoming FD comp. That is my next pro spec competition here at this track. So Brian Hop is just getting here, and good news is I now have a working handbrake, and I wish I didn't say that as I feel like I'm jinxing myself, but we changed the setup back here on the car. I now have a Willwood caliper in place where my other Z32 one used to be. However, to make all this work and to get the bracket that we wanted for that caliper, I had to switch the entire rear trailing arm setup to M3. I had 330i stuff in the rear, and it's just been making a lot of complicated issues with having to have specific parts. And oh my gosh, the world of BMWs, there's like 5 million different combos of stuff that you can have right there between the rotors too, and the calipers and the adapters. And because I had 330i, there's not as much stuff on the market. Anyway, long story short, converted rear trailing arms to M3, made a lot more brackets easier, and I'm hoping it rips out here. So I'll also be testing that, and I'm just really excited to be here. I'll be here for the day and then catching a red eye, going to Slush tomorrow to drive the S15 at Pikes Peak International Raceway, and I'm excited for some good laps today.
Yeah, I know. FD did this the first year. This is track edge here, not the concrete.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So yeah, you don't actually want to follow that.
Yeah.
First few laps, not pretty. That was my first time driving here in semi-wet conditions, which honestly, I hate patchy tracks. I'm like, if it's gonna rain, freaking downpour, man, monsoon. It's a lot more difficult to like figure out where the patches are. And yeah, my first few laps, I was just all over the place. By the end, I was able to figure out, you know, where to expect the car to just lose all grip and come back on again. Initially, my pressures were way too low. Like my dry setup is not good at this track because it's so patchy, and just going from a massive delta difference of high grip to nothing was too much. So I aired up quite a bit, and that was the only way I was able to get like full lap all the way through. The track is drying out now though. Brian is about to go out for his first lap, so hopefully more and more people will be driving, get all the patchiness away. I had Chris Napp on the line, cheering me on, telling me what to do, because I definitely would have never entered how I was entering if you weren't telling me to get. Which I like that better. I just feel like the car is being set up better.
It flows pretty well.
No, actually, I have to beep out everything you're saying. This is going up soon. I can't let everyone else know what you know before competition. They can't know like all the secrets.
Would it be easier if I said? like it was just a little too stabby on off. I'm being nitpicky because it was really good. I liked where you were at there.
Okay.
Yeah, and I liked your entry too, getting on throttle. You stayed on throttle, that was great.
Okay.
It was just when you were in outer zone 2, you were really stabby, and you got on throttle a teensy bit late.
Okay.
Outer zone 3 looked great though.
Thank you.
Yeah. All good?
My all-wheeler front keeps dropping.
Oh,
It's making me scared. I probably should call it.
yeah.
Is it on?
It is on.
It's on?
It's on.
It just keeps dropping.
Oh, yeah. I think you might have killed an alternator there, bud. I think you killed it. You're running on the battery.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, y'all, I touched down in Colorado Springs. That was a late night, but totally worth taking a red eye, flying into Denver, then driving an hour and a half to Colorado Springs, and waking up bright and early for the Slush Motorsports Festival, which I'll be driving my 13B S15 at. Really, it's the first event for that car, so I am pumped. Shout out, thank you to Tori for running my car at Etown yesterday, to Chris Napp for giving me so many pointers. That day yesterday was so tremendously valuable. I'll be honest, I was worried about going to that track, and that's why I wanted to do everything that I could to get more practice and seat time on it. My last time there wasn't the best experience with the Corvette. Into the wall twice, 2 days in a row, not a good time, and this was the first time that I felt so confident there. Like, I still am leaving the day knowing exactly what I need to work on, and I'm so pumped because I also did one more test day there, and now we'll have the setup dialed. We found a few little things on the car that we also need to fix as well, and overall, I'm just so happy that I was able to pull that off. And yeah, again, thank you to everyone who made it happen. So today we are at Slush Motorsports Festival, and I'm super pumped to see all y'all out here. And he also brought his S15. So it's gonna be the first time that we had 2 S15s at an event, and the first event for my 13B S15, so I'm pumped. it's just working on it really frustrating. So I do have an idea for that. I definitely want to maybe go like the air cup route. All I need is like a couple inches for it to go up to make it just not totally getting destroyed every time you try and dash it up. Anyway, I'm glad we're shaking it down right now because everything came loose. Like, I felt like I had a clunky LSD in the rear of this thing. Does the whole rear end was moving back and forth. Eric found a bunch of stuff that was loose there, tightened a bunch of stuff up on the front. I hope a wheel bearing isn't out. That'd be kind of crazy though, because everything's brand new. And we're just trying to get rid of a lot of the bounciness in the suspension right now. So we're just like maxing out stiffness and just trying to generally go over the car. I don't have brakes that work very well. I keep having to like pump them up every single second. They come back when you pump them a lot, so like that's not the end of the world. Worst case if I have to drive a car like that, but we survived our first 2-3 laps out there. The car feels okay. I'm gonna be honest, there's still a lot of dialing in that needs to be done with this car, but this is the beginning of that journey. If I'm honest, this feels like this is almost similar to my stock E36 right now. Okay, it's not that bad. I'm gonna go way up in pressure because the lagginess and just when the turbo and power finally come on, it already hits a wall with where our limiter is set right now. So I don't know, there's a lot we can do. The main focus of today is just getting out there so I can turn some fun laps with Adam. I'm excited to drive more, just, you know, growing pains, but it'll be good. That was so sick!